Exercise 3.7, optional, chapter 3. First question. The ages of two friends, Ani and Biju, differ by 3 years. Ani's father Dharam is twice as old as Ani and Biju. And Biju is twice as old as his sister Kathy. The ages of Kathy and Dharam differ by 30 years. Find the ages of Ani and Biju. So this is the question given to us. So Anil's father Dharam is twice as old as Ani and Biju is twice as old as his sister Kathy. So ages of Kathy and Dharam differ by 30 years. Find the ages of Ani and Biju. So going into the solution. So let the ages of Ani and Biju be X years and Y years respectively. So this is optional exercise. This won't be covered for CBSE exam, but it is an important exercise for knowing most of the problems. You will understand these problems by using most of the formulas. You can use most of the formulas in these problems. So let the ages of Ani and Biju be 2 X years and Y years respectively. Then according to the problem or the question, we have X minus Y is equal to plus or minus 3. So the ages of two friends Ani and Biju differ by 3 years means it can be who is elder, we don't know there. So we just taking it as X minus Y is equal to plus or minus 3. So age of Ani's father Dharam is equal to 2x years and age of Biju's sister Kathy is equal to Y by 2 years. So according to the problem or question, we have 2x minus y by 2 is equal to 30. So they differ by 30 years they are given. The ages of Kathy and Dharam. So we'll get 2x minus y by 2 is equal to 30. 4x minus y is equal to 60. So case 1, when x minus y is equal to 3, we'll take first case, and second case x minus y is equal to minus 3. When we consider that second case, we'll do it in that way. So over here we have the second equation as 4x minus y is equal to 60. So subtracting equation 1 and equation 2, because y and y are equal, the coefficient of y and coefficient of y in both the equations, in equation 1 and equation 2 are equal. So we are going to subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So you are getting 3x is equal to 57 or x is equal to 19 years. Substituting the value of x in equation 1, x minus y is equal to 3. So y is equal to 19 minus 3, that is equal to 16. So here you are getting Ani's age is equal to 19 years and Biju's age is equal to 16 years. So we are not considering the other case because there we are going to get second case when x minus y is equal to minus 3, we get x is equal to 21 and y is equal to 24. So then one says, second question, one says give me 100. Friend, I shall then become twice as rich as you. The other replies, if you give me 10, I shall be 6 times as rich as you. Tell me what is the amount of their capital. Tell me what is the amount of their capital. So we are going into the solution. Let the amounts of their respective capitals be X rupees and Y rupees respectively. So if you give me 100, friend, I shall become twice as rich as you, means here I am taking 100 from you. So I will have x plus 100 and you will have y minus 100 at that time. So he is telling if you give me 100, I shall become twice as rich as you, means x plus 100 is equal to 2 into y minus 100. That's the first equation. In the second equation, if you give me 10, I shall be 6 times as rich as you. So if you give me 10, that is minus x minus 10, and you also become y plus 10, so I will become 6 times as rich as you. So that means 6 into x minus 10 is equal to y plus 10, which implies that from there you are getting 6x minus y is equal to 70. So you are having two equations which we got. One is x minus 2y is equal to minus 300, and the second one is 6x minus y is equal to 70. So from equation 1 we have that x is equal to 2y minus 300. So substituting this in this equation, in equation 3 in equation 2, we get 6 into 2y minus 300 minus y is equal to 70, which implies 12y minus 1800 minus y is equal to 70. So 11y minus 1800 is equal to 70, or 11y is equal to 1800 plus 70, which is 1870 by 11, which is 170. So now substituting the value of y in one of the equations, or in equation 3, we get x is equal to 2 into 170 minus 300, that is 340 minus 300, which is equal to 40. So solution of the equations 1 and 2 is x is equal to 40 and y is equal to 170. Hence the amounts of the respective capitals are 40 rupees and 170 rupees respectively. So now the third problem. What's the third problem? We'll see. A train covered a certain distance at a uniform speed. A train covered a certain distance at a uniform speed. If the train would have been 10 kilometers per hour faster, it would have taken 2 hours less than the scheduled time. So, and if the train was slower by 10 kilometers per hour, it would have taken 3 hours more than the scheduled time. Find the distance covered by the train. It would have taken 3 hours more than the scheduled time. Find the distance covered by the train. So here a certain distance at a uniform speed the train is covering. So if the train would have been 10 kilometers faster, it would have taken 2 hours less than the scheduled time, and if the train were slower by 10 kilometers, it would have taken 3 hours more than the scheduled time. So find the distance covered by the train. So now the solution, let the actual speed of the train be x kilometers per hour and the actual time taken by y be y hours. Then distance covered is equal to speed into time, which is equal to xy kilometers. Speed is equal to distance per unit time, so therefore distance is equal to speed into time, that is xy kilometers. So we are having a case 1, when the speed is increased by 10 kilometers, and the time of journey is decreased by 2 hours. So distance covered over here will be, if the speed is increased by 10 kilometers per hour, then the time of journey is reduced by 2 hours, means here x is becoming 10 more, that is x plus 10, the speed is becoming x plus 10 kilometers per hour and the time is becoming y minus 2 hours. So therefore the distance covered is equal to x into y. So now what is our new x? X plus 10, and our new y is y minus 2. So we are putting, therefore the distance covered is equal to x plus 10 into y minus 2. So now we just solve this type of equation. After solving, we get it as 2x minus 10y is equal to minus 20. So this is the first equation which we are having. Then the second case is when the speed of the train is reduced by 10 kilometers per hour and the journey is increased its time by 3 hours. So therefore your x is decreasing by 10 and y is increasing by 3. So it becomes x minus 10 and y plus 3. So accordingly we'll write what is distance covered. That is our equation where we use distance is equal to x into y. Our distance covered will become x minus 10 into y plus 3. Because when the distance, speed is reduced by 10 kilometers, the journey also increases its time by 3 hours. So we are having distance covered is equal to x minus 10 into y plus 3. Now solving this also we get two equations. We are getting here minus 3x plus 10y is equal to minus 30. So this is our second equation. Now we are having in our equation 1 2x minus 10y is equal to minus 20. And the second one is minus 3x plus 10y is equal to minus 30. Since here we have the coefficient of y same in both of them, so we are going to add the equations. So if you are adding here, so we are going to eliminate y since the coefficient of y is the same in both the equations. So you cancel out here y. So you are going to get it as minus x is equal to minus 50. So x is equal to 50. Now putting the value of x in one of the equations, we put it in the first equation, that is 2x minus 10y is equal to minus 20. So we are going to get it as 2x minus 2 into 50 minus 10y, which is equal to minus 20. So minus 10y is equal to minus 120, y is equal to 12 you are going. So hence the distance covered by the train is nothing but x into y, where we got the value of x as 50 and y value as 12. So 50 into 12 is equal to 600 kilometers. This is the answer. Next, going to the fourth problem. The students of a class are made to stand in rows. If 3 students are extra in a row, there would be 1 row less. if 3 students are less in a row, there would be 2 rows more. So find the number of students in the class. Now we consider here, we are going to find the total number of students of the class. So going into the solution, let the total number of students in each row be x and the total number of rows be y. Total number of rows be y. Therefore, total number of students in the class is equal to x into y. So here we are having a case 1. If 3 students are extra in a row, there would be 1 row less. The number of rows would become 1 less. So we have total number of students in each row. If we are increasing by 3, it becomes x plus 3, and the total number of rows will decrease by 1, means it becomes y minus 1. So total number of students in the class will become x into y. Because we are increasing x by 3 and decreasing y by 1, we get x plus 3 into y minus 1. So total number of students in the class is x plus 3 into y minus 1. We take that as equation 2.
అంటే వచ్చి వెళ్తా ఉన్నారు కదా.
So comparing 1 and 2, we get
ఇంకొకసారి తీసుకున్న తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఆలోచించుకుంటాం. Should take it before only decision.
Total number of students on left side both are equal, so therefore the right hand side we can equate. So xy is equal to x plus 3 into y minus 1. So if we solve this equation, what do we get? We'll see. X minus 3y is equal to minus 3 we get, because xy can get cancelled on both sides, bringing the whole equation to one side and the constant to the other side. You're getting it as x minus 3y is equal to minus 3. Now case 2. If 3 students are less in a row, there would be 2 more rows. So if the value of x is decreasing by 3 students, and therefore the rows would increase by 2. So we have the students, that is x plus 3, it becomes, x minus 3, and it becomes y plus 2. So total number of students is equal to x minus 3 into y plus 2. So again, now taking this equation as equation 3, and then we have to compare equation 1 and equation 3. So total number of students in the class will become x minus 3 into y plus 2. So we have been comparing equation 1 and 3.
ఆ కలర్లో కూడా కొంచెం మాది వెరైటీ తీసుకుంటాం.
We get it as xy is equal to x minus 3 into y plus 2. So solving this equation, we get it as minus 2x plus 3y is equal to minus 6. So therefore now we are having two equations. From these two equations we'll solve for x and y. What are the two equations which you are having? X minus 3y is equal to minus 3, minus 2x plus 3y is equal to minus 6. Take them as equation 4 and equation 5. So now from equation 4 we have x is equal to 3y minus 3. Now substituting this value, take this as equation 6. Substitute this equation 6 in equation 5. What will we get? We'll see. Minus 2 into 3y minus 3 plus, in place of x we are writing it as 3y minus 3. So when you are solving it, you are getting it as minus 6y plus 6 plus 3y is equal to minus 6, or minus 3y is equal to minus 12, y is equal to 4. Now substitute this value of y is equal to 4 in equation 6. So you are getting it as x is equal to 3y minus 4, or x is equal to 3 into 4 minus 3, which is 9. So therefore total number of students in the class is equal to x into y, which is equal to, x is nothing but we got it as 9 and y is equal to 4. So 9 4s are 36 is the total number of students in the class. Now question 5. In a triangle ABC, angle C is equal to 3, angle B is equal to, angle C is equal to 3 angle B. Which is equal to 2 into angle A plus angle B. It is not comma over here, it is 3 into angle B. So we have to find out what are the three angles. So let angle A be equal to x degrees, angle B is equal to y degrees. Then angle C is equal to 3 into angle B. So here now I have changed it over there. It is not 3 comma angle B, it is 3 into angle B, which is equal to 2 into angle A plus angle B. So therefore here you are having angle C is equal to 3 angle B, means it is 3 into y. Angle C is equal to 3 into y degrees. So you are having now, we know that sum of all the angles is nothing, but we also have that 3 angle B is equal to 2 into angle A plus angle B. So angle C can be written as 2 into angle A plus angle B. So that is 3y is equal to 2 into x plus y. So I am getting from this y is equal to 2x, because 3y minus 2y is nothing but y, which is equal to 2x. So therefore since angle A plus angle B plus angle C are angles of a triangle, you know that sum of three angles of a triangle is nothing but 180 degrees. So therefore angle A plus angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees, which implies x plus y plus 3y is equal to 180, or x plus 4y is equal to 180. Now we know from one of the equation that y is equal to 2x. So substituting that y is equal to 2x in equation 2, we get x plus 4 into 2x is equal to 180, which implies x plus 8x is equal to 180. So 9x is equal to 180, x is equal to 20 degrees. Now to find the other angles, we have y is equal to 2x. So y is equal to 2 into 20, which is equal to 40. That means angle A is equal to 20, angle B is equal to 40. Into 20, so which is equal to 40. So therefore we have angle A is equal to 20, angle B is equal to 40, and angle C is equal to 3 into y, or we can take it from this also. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. So 20 plus 40 plus angle C is equal to 180. Now angle C is equal to 180 minus 60. So we are getting angle C is equal to 120. Now the sixth problem. Draw the graph of the equation 5x minus y is equal to 5 and 3x minus y is equal to 3. Determine the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by these lines and y-axis. Determine the coordinates of the triangle formed by these lines and the y-axis. Therefore, the solution of here is, the given equations are 5x minus y is equal to y, 5x minus y is equal to 5, and the second one is 3x minus y is equal to 3. So for these two we'll form tables where we can draw graphs using those values from the table. So for equation 1 we have y is equal to 5x minus 5. So now drawing the table for this and putting x and y values. 0, minus 5 and 1 and 0. Then for equation 2 also we'll draw a table. The second equation, y is equal to 3x minus 3, we are having 0, minus 3 and 1, 0. So now plotting on the x-axis and y-axis, we are getting on the x-axis point B10, which is common to both the equations. So on C we are having a point 0, minus 3 and 0 and minus 5 on the y-axis. We join these 3 points, 2 lines, they are intersecting at the point 1, 0. So 3 vertices of the triangle are 1, 0, 0, minus 3 and 0, minus 5. ABC we have named. These are the vertices which are formed by the triangle which intersects the y-axis. So this is the scale we have taken. Now going into the next problem, that is seventh one. Solve the following pair of linear equations. Px plus qy is equal to p minus q. Qx minus py is equal to p plus q. The first equation and second equation we name. So now from equation 1 we get px is equal to p minus q minus qy, which implies that x is equal to p minus qy by p. Now we name this equation as equation 3, putting the value of x in equation 2. So we get q into p minus q minus qy by p minus py by 1 is equal to p plus q, which implies, take LCM over here, q into p minus q minus qy minus p square y by p is equal to p plus q. Then in the next step we cross multiply, and we try to cancel out whichever are the similar terms on both the side. So pq are the similar terms. So now we can write this as y into minus p square minus q square is equal to p square plus q square if you take q square the other side. So now you can take out minus y common. So p square plus q square is equal to p square plus q square, or minus y is equal to p square plus q square by p square plus q square. So you can cancel out 1, it becomes 1, y is equal to minus 1 we are getting. Now substitute this value of y is equal to minus 1 when x is equal to, that is, I forgot to name it as equation 3. So it is in that equation you are putting y is equal to minus 1. So which gives you p minus q minus q into minus 1 by p. So q will get cancelled because that becomes plus q by p. So therefore you are getting p by p, which is nothing but equal to 1. So therefore hence the solution is nothing but x is equal to 1 and y is equal to minus 1. Now the second problem is, we have ax plus by is equal to c, bx plus ay is equal to 1 plus c. So we name here equation 1, equation 2. So from 1 we bring in terms of x, and now we substitute this x term in equation 2. So what will we get? We'll just see. So equation 1 we have x is equal to c minus by a. Put this as equation 3. Putting the value of equation 3 in equation 2. So we get b into c minus by a plus ay, which is equal to 1 plus c. So now taking the LCM, bc minus b square y plus a square y is equal to 1 plus c, and this side we have by a. So cross multiply this now, is equal to 1 a plus ac. So putting each and every step over here, going step by step, whatever we get, we'll see. I have taken your y into a square minus b square is equal to a plus ac minus bc. So y is equal to a plus ac minus bc by a square minus b square. Now putting the value of this y in 3, equation 3, we get what do we get? We'll see. X is equal to c by 1 minus b into a plus ac minus bc by a square minus b square by a. So now going step by step, what's the next step we see? By taking the LCM in the numerator, c into a square minus b square minus ba minus ac plus bc minus abc plus b square c divided by a into a square minus b square. So now if you take c inside, ca square minus cb square minus ba minus abc plus b square is c by a into a square minus b square. So you can cancel out these terms. So it is a into ac minus b minus bc by a into a square minus b square. So we can cancel out a in the numerator and the denominator. So therefore we get x is equal to ac minus b minus bc by a square minus b square. And we are having the two values as y is also equal to here a plus ac minus bc by a square minus b square. So x and y got both the values. Now going to the third one, x by a minus y by b is equal to 0. Take it as equation 1. And so if you are, the second one is ax plus by is equal to a square plus b square is the second. So from equation 1 we have y by b is equal to x by a, which implies y is equal to x by a into b. Take that as equation 3. Now substituting equation 3 in equation 2. So what are we getting? Ax plus b into b by a into x is equal to a square plus b square. Taking LCM here, you are getting a square plus b square x by a is equal to a square plus b square. Now cross multiplying, you are taking out x common. A square plus b square into x is equal to a square plus b square, or you multiply this a with both the terms, a cube plus a b square you get. Now in the next step, if you take out x common, you get a square plus b square, and over there you are getting is equal to a into a square plus b square. So x is equal to a into a square plus b square by a square plus b square. So a square plus b square is getting cancelled in numerator and denominator. So x is equal to a. Now substitute this value of x in equation 3, that is y is equal to b by a into x. So x is nothing but a, so here you will get x, a will get cancelled, so y is equal to b. Hence x is equal to a and y is equal to b is the solution of the pair of linear equations given to us. Now going in the next one, fourth one, the given system of equations are a minus b into x plus a plus b into y is equal to a square minus 2ab minus b square. And the next equation which is given to us is a plus b into x plus y is equal to a square plus b square. So you can write a plus b into x plus a plus b into y, which is equal to a square plus b square. We are taking this as second equation. Now here we are going to equation 1 minus equation 2 we are going to do. So equation 1 we are having a minus b as x coefficient, and equation 2 we are having a plus b. So we are writing the coefficients and with the minus sign in between. So what all will get cancelled we'll just see. And here in the a minus b whole square minus a square plus b square you are getting in the right hand side. So here what all will get cancelled we'll just see. You are getting here a will get cancelled in this. Minus 2b will be it will be left over, and over here you are having that becomes 0 because a plus b minus a minus b you are getting. So a square minus 2ab plus b square minus a square minus b square means a square is getting cancelled. So x into minus 2b is equal to minus 2ab. So x is equal to minus 2ab minus 2b square will get in the right hand side. I have corrected it again once again. So here you are having x into minus 2b is equal to minus 2b. If I take out common you are getting it over here a plus b in brackets. So minus 2b is getting cancelled. So you are getting x is equal to a plus b. Now putting the value of x is equal to a plus b in either one of the equation, we'll put it in equation 2 and we'll see what we are getting. A plus b into x plus a plus b into y is equal to a square plus b square. Therefore a plus b whole square plus a plus b into y is equal to a square plus b square. So now if you take to the other side, a plus b into y is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab with the negative sign, and a square minus a square plus b square you are having. So if you subtract, what are you getting? You are getting a plus b into y is equal to minus 2ab after everything cancelling. So y is equal to minus 2ab by a plus b. So we got x is equal to a plus b and y is equal to minus 2ab by a plus b. Now there is one more type of problems. Here the coefficients are given a bit little value is bigger value. So how will we do such type of problems? You can just see, because here to subtract and multiply it takes a longer time. So in order to do it very easily and fastly, we'll do it in this method. If such type of big numbers are given, you can solve by this method. So given pair of linear equations are these two. It is 152x minus 378y is equal to minus 74, and minus 578x plus 152y is equal to minus 604. So what are we doing in the first step is we are adding both the equations. when we add both the equations, what do we get? We'll just see. We're getting 152 minus 378 means it becomes minus 226 x plus y into, you're getting 152 minus 378, which is equal to minus 604 minus 74. So what are the values we are getting? We'll just see. Minus 226 x minus 226 y is equal to minus 678. So remove the minus sign throughout, you will get it as, dividing throughout by 220 minus 226, you will get it as x plus y is equal to 3, because 226 into 3 will give you 678. Now subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. So first we added, now we are going to subtract, so that we'll get one more equation, then we'll solve those equations, because the coefficients of x and y will be little smaller in this case. So subtracting equation 2 from equation 1, we get 152 plus 378 into x, that gives you 530. You are adding both of them, plus 152 minus of minus 378 into y is equal to minus 74 plus 604. So you are getting 530x minus 530y is equal to 530. So you are dividing throughout by 530, you get x minus y is equal to 1. Now previously we got one equation, x plus y is equal to 3. That equation we'll name it as 3. And here, which equation we are getting here, x minus y is equal to 1, we'll name it as equation 4. Now solve these two equations, equation 3 and equation 4. If you add them, y will get cancelled. So you'll get 2x is equal to 4 or x is equal to 2 you are getting. So 2x is equal to 4 or x is equal to 2. Now substituting this value of x is equal to 2 in one of the equations, that is x plus y is equal to 3. Or you can even subtract equation 4 and equation 3. So x plus y is equal to 3 and x minus y is equal to 1. Now subtracting means you are changing the sign. So x minus x will get cancelled here. You are getting 2y is equal to 2. So y is equal to 1 you are getting. So hence the solution of the given pair of linear equations is nothing but x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1 is the solution. ఎక్కడైనా దొరుకుతాయి. Now last problem of this exercise. I am only doing this. I am not doing anything extra anamata. Cyclic quadrilateral. And we know that in a cyclic quadrilateral, the opposite angles are supplementary. So now here find the angles. You are having, we know that the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. So here having from the figure ABCD, A is opposite to C, B is opposite to D. So angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees, angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees. So here you can write angle A is 4y plus 20 and C is 4x. So therefore sum of angle A plus angle C is 180 degrees. Therefore you are having 4x plus 4y is equal to 180 minus 20, which you are getting it as 160 here. So 180 minus 120, we got it as 160. So 4x plus 4y is equal to 160, which implies that x plus y, if you are taking out 4 common here, divide throughout by 4, you are getting it as 4 4s are 16. So therefore you are getting here x plus y is equal to 40 degrees. The second equation, you are having angle B plus angle D is equal to 180. So angle B is 3y minus 5 and not minus 7x plus 5. So therefore here you add 3y minus 5 plus 7x plus 5 is equal to 180 degrees. So 7x plus 3y is equal to 180 degrees, because 5 will get cancelled over here. So therefore you are having 7x plus 3y is equal to 180. Now this is equation 1 is x plus y is equal to 40, and equation 2 is 7x plus 3y is equal to 180 degrees. So from equation 1 we can write y is equal to 40 minus x. So then you can substitute this y value in equation 2. We get 7x plus 3 into 40 minus x is equal to 180 degrees. So therefore 7x plus 120 minus 3x is equal to 180, or take 120 the other side, you get 7x minus 3x is 4x. 4x is equal to 60 degrees. So x is equal to 60 by 4, which is equal to 15. So now we got x is equal to 15. Substitute this value of x is equal to 15 in equation 3. Equation 3 is what? Y is equal to 40 minus x. So we are going to substitute in this. So y is equal to 40 minus 15, which is equal to 25. Hence required angles are, angle A is equal to, we are having, it is equal to here 120 degrees. Angle B is equal to 70 degrees, angle C is equal to 60, and angle D is equal to 120. The sum of all the 4 angles should be equal to 360. So you're getting a 170 plus 70 is 240, 240 plus 120 is 360. So totally we are having all these values here. So if you have liked the video, please like and subscribe for this type of videos. The next chapter which you're going to get, it will be available soon on my website, in my channel. So please wait for it and watch it. Thank you.